Hey everyone, we are going to continue our lesson talking about different types of transformations. And let's take a look at our focus because we're going to be working with graphing reflections in the coordinate plane and identifying lines of symmetry. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to answer the question, how can you explain how to graph the reflection of a triangle over a line? Now, we've talked about different types of transformations up until this point, but we're going to focus on what a reflection is. And a reflection is a type of transformation that flips over a line. So I want you guys to take a look at this visual. It's literally reflecting across that line. So almost think of a mirror, creating that mirrored image. And with that mirrored image, we're going to apply that to our knowledge of graphing in the coordinate plane and what we've learned before in translations. In the coordinate plane, we're going to graph either on either side of the y-axis or the x-axis. So if you take a look at this diagram, point C and its image are the same distance from the line of reflection, which just happens to be the y-axis. We're going to take a look at a problem that's solved out for us. We're going to go through it step by step before I go through one with you. So in this example of graphing a reflection of a point, we're asked to graph the point A that has the coordinates 3, 2. Then graph its image after it's reflected over the x-axis. We're asked to name the coordinates of image A. The x-axis is the axis that is horizontal, that goes left and right. So we're reflecting it down. Pretty much pretend like you have this coordinate plane and it's a piece of paper and you're literally folding it over. And since point A is 2 units above the x-axis, image A is going to be 2 units below it since we are reflecting that. Once we plot that point of image A, we can then calculate its ordered pair, which is 3, negative 2. Now we're going to take a look at a problem and do this one together. Here we're asked to graph the point D, which is negative 2, positive 1. Then graph its image after it's reflected over the y-axis. So this is the axis that I'm reflecting it over. And then we're asked to name the coordinates for image D. Since our original point D is 2 units to the left of our y-axis, our image D is going to be to the right 2 units. So I'm going to plot that point here and name this image D. And then from there we can identify what its coordinates are in the coordinate plane, which from our origin is 2 units to the right for our x coordinate, and then up 1 unit for our y coordinate. We're going to step it up a notch and talk about graphing reflections of a shape. So more than one point. In this example, we're graphing a reflection of a triangle. So we are using that rule of flipping across that mirrored image of that either the y-axis or the x-axis to show that reflection. And this is the example we're going to work on. We're going to reflect this image over the x-axis. So this is the axis that we are going to reflect it over. We're going to start by plotting point F as a reflection. Point F is 1 unit to the right and 1 unit up from our origin. So now it's going to be opposite. 1 unit to the right and 1 unit down, since we are reflecting it over the x-axis. So like I said, pretty much pretending like we can fold our coordinate plane in half. Now we're going to plot point C, which is 2 units up from our origin. So the reflection would be 2 units down from the origin. This would be image C. Same thing with point D. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. So we're going to count 4 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And name that image D. And same for point E. It's 2 units up, so then we're going to go 2 units down for the reflection. And name that image E. And then all we have to do is connect all of our dots to really be able to visualize what we just created. So we're just going to connect the dots. and show the reflection over the x-axis of this quadrilateral. And those are the basics of this lesson for reflection and symmetry in the coordinate plane. If you have any questions on this lesson, please don't hesitate to let me know, and don't forget to answer the questions below.